What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Reality Pill. Today, we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Hello. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello. I can. What do you got for me?
Divorced, married. So I've been married for 11 years. I'm 32 now. We got married when I was 19 and a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And he was 24. Um, and it was my call. I'm the one who left him. And I'm just wondering, is that the same for me to get a high value man? Would it be the same? Or
Well,
does that put us on the same boat
well,
as the
in
baby
in
moms?
in general,
Hmm.
no, because men in general separate women who had children as a result of a legal marriage versus
Mm,
women who had children in a non-traditional way, i.e., baby mama, non-state sponsored marriage, spiritual union, whatever. Men are very processed. So if you're saying you had a legal marriage
right.
and you burst a marital certificate, dissolution, you then you are in a different category from the
Okay.
start.
Okay.
But
That's
then it does definitely come down to the amount of children, the age of the children, the 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 overall disposition. How do these kids act? Where the
right.
ex-husband is? Because a man is gonna, he may see you and say, "I want to date you." You say you're 32, right?
Right. I am.
You so that puts you as a younger, not an old woman, but you're not a young woman. That puts you firmly in. You're a woman, so a guy could say, "Man," and he meets you, but when they get after they start to get to know you, all that stuff is out there. One, two kids, and an ex-husband. A man has to factor that in. So you mentioned specifically a high value husband. Now that is where it becomes tricky. So I got to
Okay.
ask you.
So basically he had pursued his PhD. He was in school the whole time. He
Okay.
was already pursuing his master's when he was 24. And then he got his postgrad and just kept on climbing the ladder. And I have a bachelor's. So we both were in the education field. Um, and he comes from, pretty
But why? But
decent.
why would
Well,
you want? But why would you want a high value man?
that is literally, I wanted a high value man when I was younger,
Okay.
got one. And then when I realized that in terms of relationship and compatibility wasn't working or it wasn't healthy for the children, I decided that I wanted two broken happy homes instead of one
Let me
broken.
let me explain something real quick.
Right.
Hold
Hmm.
on. Let me explain something very close. Just because your ex-husband has a PhD does not make him a high value man.
Definitely not. And I can't believe she's actually even believing half of the things that are coming out of her mouth. She believed it was better to have two broken, happy homes. How does that even make sense? She wants two homes. She thought it would be better that two homes would be broken and not just be under one that is what, happy and broken. Make it make sense, man.
Okay.
I have very specific dimensions. It has nothing. High value man is not men that women tend to run from; they run to.
Okay.
So he may be educated. That's fine, but and being 24, it's hard for a guy to truly be high value in his 20s. There's a certain amount of maturity and gravitas that comes along with it. So maybe he was just educated and had earning potential. But
You mean when I first married him, or are you talking about right now?
well, that's all he had in the 24.
Yeah.
He didn't make
Okay.
it himself. But
Right.
but you asked the question, how does it affect your opportunities with high value men, meaning in the present? Are you
Right.
still trying to get high value men?
Yes.
All right. So let me explain what a high value man is as far as I define it. A high
Okay.
value man is a man who meets a certain income threshold. The baseline is like $10,000 a month in Atlanta dollars and Dallas dollars. You have to adjust for whatever city you're in. He's making
Okay.
that money for at least about 5 years, 3 years where he's scratching the surface. That person also, other high value men look at him as a peer. He has group acceptance. He also has a network of other high value men as contacts and other people because you can't be
Yes.
high value and like a loner. Meaning he also has visibility, meaning people kind of understand who he is, what he does. So you don't have to just say, I'm an entrepreneur. That's vague. And then last, he's useful, utility. He's useful to himself, others, and the group. He's not just a loner hoarding his stuff. So now that's the basic stuff. Now, there may be other things on top of that. There may be morals, principles, values that are different, but that's in general. But I got to ask you, are you talking about marrying a man of a certain income range because you want to have a certain lifestyle?
Yes, I want it to be equal to how I've been living, but I also
She wants it to be equal to how she's been living. It's funny because when this was posed originally, she said that she didn't want the high value man anymore because she wanted it when she was younger. She got it, and then now she's unsure of it. Now, when you just switch the question up just a little bit to trick their minds, to get them to tell the truth, it comes out that yes, she does still want a high value man. And not only does she want a high value man for any other reason, it's because the previous man she was with gave her that lifestyle and now she's expecting it to continue.
want, I do value a good character and a person with a great foundation,
Okay, that's fine.
primarily.
But
Yeah.
what do you mean how you currently been living?
In terms of, I want it to be more upper class. Like we've been living pretty well all those years.
Okay.
So
Do you want to have any more children?
I I would say either no, like I would be fine with not having any more children,
Okay.
but or I would have one more and I'd be okay with
So do
that as
you
well.
want to have to work to pay significant bills?
Yeah, I've done both, so I'm comfortable with both as well.
I'm saying, what do you want?
I mean, I'm right now, I'm a businesswoman. Like I launched my own business, but I was
Do you
teaching in the
want to have to
education.
work to pay significant bills? Meaning, do you want the responsibility of paying a significant portion of the mortgage, utilities, retirement, all that stuff?
No,
All right. So you want him to carry the financial load.
right.
All right. So you want to be a 32-year-old divorcee with two
Hmm.
kids, and you want to marry a man that has to carry the bulk of the financial load for you,
Yeah,
two,
that has the ability. Sorry, the ability. No.
the ability.
Yeah, I want him to have. I
Okay,
don't want
ma'am,
to
you
have
can't
to.
pay, ma'am. Let's cut to the chase. You cannot pay the mortgage on freaking ability. He has. You want so you want potential. How do you
Exactly.
eat?
Yes. Yes. That's
Okay,
it.
ma'am. Then how? Okay, so how do you put a potential meal in front of your children? I'm
Yeah,
not trying to be bullshit,
I
man, but I want to
understand
get
what
to
you're
the
saying.
because see what you're giving me is
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff that's leading towards spirituality and mysticism, and I'm getting very real. When you put a
It
plate in front
really.
of your listen,
Okay.
you put a plate in front of your kids. Does that has potential mashed potatoes, potential chicken, potential vegetables, or do you want real
No.
chicken?
No.
All right, so you want a man that brings real economic resources to carry the burden of the financial load. That's what you
Hmm.
said.
Yes.
All right. So ask yourself a question. What is he going to get for that? Because you don't even want to have any additional kids. What's he going to get from you and two
No.
kids?
What I said was that I would I would not be against having one more, but I also wouldn't be against not having because I have a boy and a girl, 7 and
Okay, man,
10.
but that's you. See,
Hmm.
and see what I'm trying to
No, but
get
I'm
to.
not. I'm
Listen,
not.
don't overtalk me, ma'am. No. I
Okay.
hear
Okay.
very well.
No, I'm
Do not
obviously
overtalk
not trying to
me.
be rude.
Do
I'm
not
not trying to be
overtalk me.
rude at all.
Do you not hear? Please don't overtalk me.
I apologize, sir.
You have a son and a daughter,
Yes.
but you want a man who has the ability to put you in an upper middle class life to where he can be responsible to pay the bulk of everything. So you are not ultimately responsible for a significant portion of any of it. And what I'm saying is at best, he's going to get possibly one kid out of it, but he has the responsibility for a wife and two children from another man. That's a bad deal.
Mm.
I don't care how nice your kids are, how well mannered they are. He has all the responsibilities of a man with a wife and three kids, and at best he can get one. And you are really hesitant on that one. It's like I'll give him one, but I really rather it not anything. So here's basically what you're saying. I want you to come take care of me and my prince and my prince and my princess, and put us up in a nice middle class, upper middle class lifestyle, and provide for us, and we'll let you provide for us. Huh?
I'm willing to compromise. So what it
Compromise on
comes
what?
down to,
Okay, okay, ma'am.
I'm willing to, if he had, if I don't know if I could speak, but if he was, I'm willing to, like, I'm a communicator, so I would love to. I'm not going to take and take.
Look at Kevin's face. Like, are you serious? We're a communicator. What is he going to get from you? I'm a communicator. I'm not going to take and take. Ma'am, that's all you're describing right now. That's all you're talking about. You're not offering anything to this man, but previous children and expectations. Expectations and previous children and just wanting everything is what you're bringing to the table for this man. He won't get nothing special from you. I won't take. Imagine that. Imagine being a person and saying, "What do you bring to the table for this man?" And say, "Well, I'm going to be a good communicator. I won't take from him." No, that's exactly what you will be doing. You will be taking from him.
Take if we had the conversation where he said, "This is what my standards are," I would say, "Well, these are my standards," and then we would have a middle ground. So me
Okay, but hold
making
on.
money,
Okay, ma'am. That's not.
yeah.
No. That's not compromise. Okay, compromise is okay. Compromise meaning he wants to go left, you want to go right. You say instead, let's go this way. But see, what's not compromised is who has to pay the financial responsibility.
Right. I guess I'm just used to, I guess I got used to, my money is your money and your money is your money, even
Who did?
though I
Okay,
did
who did
stem,
that though,
yeah,
ma'am? Who did
yeah.
that? My money is your money.
Oh, it comes from, my ex-husband did that, but it also comes from my religious background. And the men that I do date are only of that religious background. So they also understand that concept.
What? Muslim? Islam?
Yeah.
All right, but okay. Whoa, are you talking about True Islam or Nation of Islam?
No, not Nation of Islam.
All right, then also, then this conversation really shouldn't be that complicated because the women I understand that are Muslim are very much know their roles. So it sounds like you have some Western Islam.
Yeah.
For sure. That's exactly what it is. And I don't like women like this because already we have people in the Western world that play with Christianity. And then now you have this fool, this goofball over here playing with with the Muslim. We shouldn't do that. Stay away. Just don't do it. You already do it with Christians. Don't start doing it with the Muslims. No, let's not do that. Don't do that.
So he was American, and I'm
But I'm
East
talking about
African.
you.
So yeah, I'm East African, I'm Canadian
Yeah,
and
of course.
American.
So basically, hey,
Yeah.
coming. So here's what basically you're saying: the
Hmm.
man I married and divorced provided me a certain kind of lifestyle, but he
Right.
got the benefit of my womb, and I produced two children for him. I want you to pick up where he left off financially, but I'm not going to give you any of the shit that I gave you. I gave him my youth, my womb, and two children. You get nothing but the extension of the bill.
Wow.
Good luck with that. I don't care how cute you are and how many times you pray. I don't know how many times a day you pray.
No, that's
That's
real
very
talk.
Western. That's very Western.
Right. Wow. Then what
Is
kind of
this your picture?
conversation?
Is
What
this your
kind of
picture?
conversation
Is
should I
that
be
your picture?
having?
Is this your picture on Zoom?
Yes, it is.
How long ago did you take that picture?
About a few months ago. It's on my
2 months ago.
Instagram page.
Okay, so if you look like Gabrielle Sidibe, Precious, would you be asking for what you're asking for?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So so basically you're mortgaging you're pretty. But see the thing is your pretty is used. No
Right.
offense, ma'am. Your pretty is used. Your pretty has high miles. It's a nice body on the car, but the motor has 300,000 miles and 2 kids. Would your new husband be able to discipline those children like his own?
Wow. Yeah. So I
Oh,
dated a guy and I already I'm it's already aligning with what you're saying. He talked a good game and was speaking as if it was almost like a dream-like world. And I'm a realist, so I'm not against your brutal honesty. I actually love it. I right away understood that this was a dream that he was setting me. This is selling me. This is on marketing. This is not something that is going to be real
yeah, he
when
was trying to get them skins.
right. And that is something I don't do until like marriage, which I did with my ex. So it's yeah,
Oh, whoa,
it's
whoa, whoa! Are you
totally
saying? Hold on. Did you say you won't have sex until you're married?
yeah, I'm basically a celibate after my divorce.
Oh, so even better, even better. I gotta marry you and pay full freight plus 2 kids. Uh, let me go ahead and give you the preemptive taps.
Yeah, she's done. Man, this is so crazy to me. How can we live in a world like this where people could just spew out nonsense and it sounds completely gassed, it's completely over the top. It's it's not fair. There's no consideration, there's no compassion, there's no grace, there's no nothing. A woman could sit there and evilly say, I want things to be lopsided. I'm selfish. He gets nothing. Everything that I gave to another person, he has to wait for it. I want everything to be my way. He has to pay all the bills. And what does he get? Me, someone who's good at communicating. Stop this BS now.
There ain't no, there ain't that much fucking pretty in the world, man.
Right. I'm trying to be moral. I just don't want to have a baby.
No, you're
I
not
don't
trying to
want.
be moral. You're trying to be a man. You're trying to set demands like you are
Oh no, no.
somebody.
I've been like this my whole life. I
All right,
honestly
ma'am.
don't
Then
want
you
any
should have
slip
stayed
ups.
with. If you're gonna have these high demands, you should have stayed with your husband.
Yeah, no. I wanted peace of mind.
Okay, well then you got peace of mind and you'll die alone by a dog because this is the open market. They don't have to care about your
If
God.
I do get married, I will zoom you again and
Well,
make
no,
sure that.
no, no, no. You won't get. I would tell you this: you won't get married to a man the caliber you talking about.
Hmm.
I would bet a lot on that because the men that you're talking about don't have to take a 32-year-old woman who ain't gonna have sex with them until they sign until they're legally married and then know that at best they might get 1 kid out of it. Why would I do that? Why would they do that when in your religion they can go get a young woman with no
They do that
children?
in my religion all the
Excuse
time,
me,
though.
why
They
would
do.
they do that and they could go get a woman with no children? And they can have multiple children. See, you don't what it is, man, is unfortunately you left your husband, right?
Yes.
Where in Islam are you allowed to leave your husband?
Yeah. We are allowed. There's conditions.
Right, I know. And were those conditions met?
Yes. Not in terms of emotions. No.
Well, then those can. So the divorce decree, the dissolution of marriage was for what reason?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
The divorce decree was for what reason?
I mean, we did fall in love, so but it
No,
was a
ma'am.
while, a
No,
long.
ma'am. In
We grew
Islam,
up. We grew
okay,
apart.
okay, but okay for the Muslim. If you're telling me for the Muslim men I know, women in in Islamic countries don't file for divorce. That's a
I
Western
actually lived
thing.
overseas in Saudi Arabia for 4 years. I was
Exactly. So
teaching
you
there.
want exactly. So again, what I'm getting at, ma'am, is thank you for see Western women and women in general, but especially in the West, you have the uncanny ability to try to use everything to your advantage. I'm a Muslim when it fits me, but I'm Western when it suits me. See,
How so?
you file for divorce from your husband, but if you were in Saudi, could you have left your husband on the grounds you left him here?
Yeah, so that's what my point was. When I was overseas, there were Saudi women that were having a tough time getting out of that because of their culture, not because of the religion. In our religion, yes, you can
Well,
file for
good luck.
divorce.
I put it to you this way, ma'am.
It's a
You
lack
sound like
of
I put it to you this way,
knowledge in
ma'am.
the
You
religion.
sound first off, I'll tell you this, ma'am. Um, you may be a lovely, fun person, but as dominant as you sound like a whole headache. And you may be
I
Muslim.
just think you don't understand the religion, and that's
Well,
the I'm calling you
but
dumb
I
because
do understand.
that's
But I do
probably my
understand.
first flaw.
I do understand a bullheaded woman when I hear one. That's why I've had to mute you. Ain't nothing Islamic sounding about you. You sound just like any old Western feminist to me.
Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. These people aren't living close to what they believe they're living like. And I can't believe it takes for this woman, according to Kevin's show, to properly realize that. But everyone, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.